All right, let's get into our next guest here on the show. This man, of course, has a weekly motorsport.com check-in each and every week of the Nationals, and we have some positive news this week. The last week after Lakewood, this gentleman said he was going to get an antenna and stand out in a field in a lightning storm. So let's check in with our buddy Filthy Phil here. Philip, what's up, buddy?
Oh, hey, what's going on, Steve?
So, we're some positives to take away from High Point, Phil.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, all right, never mind then.
Scored some points, I guess. I don't know. Still not dialed, but
Okay.
yeah, we survived it. Second moto sucked, but yeah, I don't know.
So I wasn't there this weekend. Where did you start first moto? Like, how did it go that 14th? Did you go backwards? Did you move forward? Like, how did it go?
Yeah, not good. I started, I think I was maybe outside the top 20 starts. Haven't been exactly dialed, but yeah, made a couple passes. One or two guys went down, and yeah, I don't know. I ended up 14th somehow. How, I don't know. I didn't ride very good.
Oh wow! So
I
you really
yeah.
we're not
just
taking.
keep doing that.
Yeah.
No, I suck. I don't know why I suck. I'm the moment I'm super uncomfortable, trying to get comfortable, so I can ride like myself. But
Maybe
yeah,
we need to get that SSS stuff back on.
Yeah, we'll work on it this week.
Okay.
What's SSS?
You know,
His old suspension company up in Canada, he's made a switch this year to Enzo, and Enzo's great, but maybe Phil doesn't have the right test. I don't know, Phil. You gotta get comfortable.
Yeah, at the moment I'm just.
I'll tell you what,
I'm
Phil.
locked
I'll come to the test track with you this week with a flathead, and we'll get it
give me-
dialed in.
With a flathead.
Yeah.
You need a
Yeah,
17
go
too.
8 clicks
Nah,
one way, 8
just a
clicks the
flathead.
other. See which way is better.
Yeah,
You know, I don't know. I'm searching. I'm a bit lost. I don't have the comfort that I'm accustomed to having. So it's I can't carry the speed I want to at the moment. So it's a bit hard. It's nobody's fault but my own. Just gotta kind of learn from it and get back to where I can, be faster. So
Motorsport.com, Filthy Phil check-in. Because how's your shoulder? Like, is that hurting? Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, it hurts, but at the same time, it's okay. It's not preventing me from anything, I'm not a pussy. I'm not going to sit out because I got an issue with my shoulder. You know? People pay me to go out to ride, so it's okay. It's not a stick and ball sport. So it'll buff. It kind of happened at a good time. Gave me, I took the week after Colorado off, and then I was actually able to ride 3 days before High Point. Kind of put in some time, but it's still not what I'm looking for. I came back after second practice, and man, I was so mad. I was like punching myself in the head, like, what the fuck is going on?
Welcome to the comeback has been not going well. He's punching himself in the head.
And it eats at me because it's not who I am, and guys that are passing me, and that it's not right. So
T-Dag's got you again in the second moto.
I'm not. Yeah,
Tyler Medaglia.
Yeah, I'm fucking baffled. Honestly, I'm baffled because it's not who I am. It's not guys who I'm not saying that because the guys are fast, but what I'm capable of, it's not showing. So, it's eating at me.
Okay, so if we look at a suck level of 100% for you right now, you're sucking, right?
I'm sucking at 100%.
No. But is it shoulder? What percent is the shoulder? What percent is the not comfort with the bike? What percent is your own riding? What percent is that anything else going on in your life?
I don't know. I think the shoulder's okay because I was able to ride okay during the week. It's me having a flow, being comfortable. That's what it comes down to. I mean, Cole knows.
What shoulder injury do you have?
My left shoulder. So.
Yeah, but like dislocated or like
rotator?
No, rotator cuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I think that's the one thing I haven't done to my shoulder.
Yeah.
And
I did it.
And I'm struggling on my right side with ulnar nerve damage. And G worked on it this week. He's actually nice. Coop pulled some strings for me to have him work on me a little bit. And it's just been a fucking upward battle, dude.
Shoulders suck. I have nerve damage in my right one from dislocating and AC or separation. And like my arm would like my last year racing, my arm would go numb all the way down. It would start at my elbow and then work its way into my hand, my throttle hand too. So it was like,
yep, that's exactly what I'm dealing with. So it's just like, fuck, I don't know. Yeah. But again, it's no excuses because I'm able to do what I can do. Like I can still ride my dirt bike. I just the moment I can't go fast on it. So I fucking suck.
These weekly check-ins are. I mean, they're just been terrible.
I'm over these fucking weekly check-ins.
Well, you can't. Motorsport.com paid you. They paid you up front. This was part of the deal. So too bad.
Just less brakes, dude. Less brakes.
Yeah. No, I can't get off my brake. That is the problem.
Yeah.
If I do, I don't.
Do some practice laps with no brakes, like no back brake. Few laps, no front
and
brake,
also,
few laps.
Philip, even when you blew chunks before, you were always a good starter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like even like your starts are normally on point, so that's a scary thing too.
You know, it's Brandon from Club. He's doing the best, and we talked about it today, and I'm gonna test a bunch this week and see what we can come up with. I don't know. It's weird because I've never really. It's been a long time since I've been in this position to where, like, I almost felt like I want to quit, but it's, I still feel like I can go fast on the dirt bike, and during the week I can. But at Club, it's different because, like, I told them I know the track, I know how it moves, how the dirt is. It's just like, you go out to the Honda test track like Cole, you know it like the back of your hand. It's super simple. So you can ride a bike that you're not comfortable with and know how it's going to kick and move and whatnot. So, but then you get to race day and you're like, fuck, man, you can't move out of the rut. Dirt's different. Hills are different. It's just like there's a whole bunch of different variables, and I'm like, fuck. It's kind of where I'm at.
Phil. Wow, the motorsport.com weekly check-in with Phil. If you have a question for Philip, 702-586-PULP. Give us a call. Maybe maybe you can cheer him up a little bit.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't even want to come on tonight.
Yep, exactly. You have to. It's a part of the deal, Philip.
How about the throwback today, dude? Hangtown 2010.
So break this down, Seeley. Take us through this Hangtown 2010 incident you had with Phil.
I'll break it down as best as I remember.
Okay,
it.
yes,
Me
please.
and Phil were in a heated battle for probably 12th. I don't know. And
250 class. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm making up ground on Phil in one section in particular, and it's like a split where like inside goes roll double, outside goes double roll.
Yep.
And I'm going outside. And I've set up the pass to go outside, double roll, and he comes underneath me. Like
he basically moves from one lane to the other.
He tried to stuff me while I'm in the air.
Right.
And I landed on him, like slow.
Yeah, where the fuck was your racecraft, bro?
Well, you moved up.
And then I got up and I'm like yelling at him like, "An idiot!" Like, what are you thinking? And he like pulls away and just kicks me in the nuts.
No. Tell him.
Yeah.
He came up and tried to like push me. I'm like, nope. So I'm trying to like.
To push
it was 11 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
I can't remember the
took
details.
a Tech 10 to the left nut, and then that was it.
So
dude.
the photos on Cole's and Phil's Instagram story, it was captured by a photographer. The moment of when Phil tried to kick Cole in the nuts.
And then Phil's not a good guy to get along with after an altercation like that.
No.
He holds a mean grudge.
Yes, throat slits.
Yeah,
everything.
We worked it out maybe 3 or 4 months later.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
But then that reminded me of Detroit. I don't remember what year it was.
Yep, 2015.
Completely on accident. Last lap, like I was.
Shit, that was on accident.
It was completely on accident. It was. I crashed the first lap, and I was working my way back. Let me tell the story.
Don't lie on air, he's saying.
I'm not lying.
Okay, all right. Tell the story.
And last lap, I'm like, I don't think I have like enough pace to catch Phil on the last lap. Like I'm gonna have to pin it through these whoops. So I did, and I got like 3 from the end, like rode the nose in and just used Phil as like my turn. He was the apex of my turn, and Phil went over the berm.
And you blew Phil off the track.
I had 2 turns to go, and I was like, oh god, he's coming to my pit. Like, you fucking idiot! Like I'll fucking kill you. I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I did not mean to do that.
Oh, Phil, do you remember that?
Oh, I remember my JGR bike almost went through the Honda semi.
Yeah, it came in hot.
I was not happy.
But so you were out of control, Cole.
I was out of control. Yeah. It wasn't like we were battling for a couple laps. It was like the last lap.
Yeah.
I think it was the second to last.
The worst thing is you would have gone down, except thankfully Phil was there.
I don't think I probably could have stopped in time.
Okay.
But Phil was like kind of squaring up the turn, and I just inside to outside.
So, how hot was he after the race?
Oh,
What was he madder at? The Hangtown or the
Detroit for
Detroit?
sure.
Yeah.
Because
Detroit, I was pissed.
Yeah, because that was like, I don't know. Because Hangtown, at least we're in a battle.
Yeah.
This was just like Phil's getting ready to finish his race.
Right.
Oh,
Phil's like,
me.
oh, sweet, 2 corners to go, and all of a sudden he gets blown off the track. Right.
Yeah, and it wasn't like for like 5th and 6th. Obviously, it was like for 12th and 13th.
Yeah.
You know, and I know the Honda
every point
number
counts,
14
man.
is just taking me down, and I'm like, dude, are you fuck? And I didn't go to the Honda truck at first. I had actually rode back to the JGR truck, and Ben Schirmeyer was on the back of my bike, and I'm like, yo. You know, I legit said, fuck this, I'm going over there. So I fucking drove over there. And good thing Cole had his mechanic, Rich, who I respected at the time, and, you know, I kept it a little mellow.
I think because I was like, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't go like, no, you should have been in the way.
Right,
I was like, dude, I'm sorry.
You're
Like, my
I'm
bad.
Totally sorry. Right.
You owe me one. I get it.
Right. Did he ever get you one?
No, I retired. That's why I retired.
Nah.
Because
he's like,
Phil was coming.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, he's like, I'm fucking out of here before payback comes.
Yeah.
Thanks to the folks at Motorsport for making this happen. Also, ORW, you got the ORW butt patch on yourself and Marchbanks, and then, of course, Mumford, too, who rode really well this weekend. Shock, again, rode well. ORW is the place to go for all your truck and off-road accessory needs. They got the stores through the West Coast. They got one here in Vegas. They got one in Corona, San Diego, Temecula. Did you send the other winner his gear from the Motorsport contest?
I have not yet.
Oh, boy.
But I will.
Okay.
What do you mean? You told me Thursday last
Yeah,
week.
but you're a rider, so I know how the riders work. You guys are very busy.
Well,
so, okay.
ask Weege if I've let him down on his Racer X stuff. I have not yet.
Okay.
I'll get the gear out.
Offroadwarehouse.com. Use the code PulpMX to save. Get your truck, Jeep, Overland, UTV, racing products from the industry's leading brands at Off-Road Warehouse. They'll do the work for you as well, right at the shop with their experienced team. So suspension kits, tires and wheels, the steps, bed accessories, and ORW. Offroadwarehouse.com. We're going to run the same contest. So use the code PulpMX at offroadwarehouse.com. DM me your receipt on Instagram, and we pick a random guy. You DM me the receipt, and you will get Phil's race gear from High Point or from Redbud, or what are we thinking? What are we? Do we know? Detroit. It's got blood all over it.
It's got some red Honda paint on it.
Yeah.
Right. What? Which race are we gonna do?
I mean, we can do High Point. It's fine. Yeah. Keep
Okay.
it to the past weekend.
You have the gear. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right. So offroadwarehouse.com. DM me your receipt using the code PulpMX. And the winner will get a set of race-worn Phil Nicoletti pants and jersey with the ORW butt patch and with the motorsport.com sponsorship. So cool, Phil. Thanks for doing that for our listeners.
No problem. Easy.
Our listeners are pumped. And, I mean, I wish it was going better for you, Philip, you know?
It will. We got a lot of good tracks that I like, so I'm looking forward to it. It's not over. It's never over.
Okay. No, yeah. And have you spoken to Coop? Last week you told us Coop was in a deep, dark place also. Is he better after High Point or no?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit on Sunday. You know, he's not happy, you know.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I can't really say what he's struggling with or whatever, but obviously it's, you know, comes down to speed. So he'll get there. Still a lot of racing left.
That's so, it's so gnarly about our sport. Like, he just won a damn championship.
Yep.
And you can't even enjoy it because a month later you're bummed because you're
exactly. And
like, he should be on cloud 9.
And you know, like, he isn't on cloud 9. You know, he's super frustrated.
Yeah. He just beat all these guys all year.
Exactly. Because he's not on cloud 9 because you have guys like Mathis and Weege blowing him out, wondering why he sucks going 6-9 on the weekend.
Wow.
Forget about the 7 Supercrosses he just won, but no, fuck, dude, he sucked at Paul in Colorado. It's over.
That's the great part, though. It's not over.
It's not over.
Like, look what Tomac just bounced back. Cooper did the same thing.
We have Mitch on one. Mitch, welcome to the show. You won the gear from the Motorsport contest?
I did.
Okay,
I
well,
was just calling to say. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, Phil hasn't sent it yet, so
I haven't sent it yet, so don't fucking come on here to shoot me.
No, I was just coming on to say that, like, I'm obviously with Steve's platform and Pulp, you know, I've been a big fan for years, and that's just really allowed me to, like, see a different side of you as a person and as a racer. And,
oh, boy.
And so I'm a huge fan, and I'm, just really excited about it. And I just wanted to say thank you to you and Steve, and say hey to Cole. I was a big fan of him whenever he was racing as well. And just wanted to say I'm a fan of you as a person, and yeah, I'm excited about it. Hopefully put it up in the man cave soon.
Do you want it signed? Do you want it signed? I assume you do.
I mean,
yeah, of course. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Just making sure that I didn't know if I told Phil to sign.
All right. Hey, since Mitch is on, do you want a Rockstar set or do you want a normal plain FXR set?
What's the difference? What are you talking about?
Well,
Phil?
no, because
Like current or past?
makes me Rockstar FXR makes me custom Rockstar gear, or they make me cool production line stuff. So since he's on, I might as well ask the guy.
All right. What do you think, Mitch?
No, I appreciate it, man. Honestly, I don't know, like whatever you think is cool and that works. I'm just happy to get it. So I'm not picky at all. I'm just excited to throw it up in the man cave at some point. And it'll be my first set of memorabilia to throw up there. So
nice, Mitch.
I appreciate it.
Mitch, who would you have cheered for in Detroit if you saw Seeley clean Phil out? Would you have been stoked or would you have been angry? Do you think?
If you say fuck Seeley, I'll send you a pair of Scott goggles with it too.
Well, then in that case,
coming from the guy who hasn't sent the gear yet.
Yeah, exactly. Phil sent nothing. But no, Mitch, it'll come its way. Thanks to the guys at Motorsport for doing that and getting them on here.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, guys. I just called to say thanks and tell you guys I'm a big fan of
Thank you.
all y'all, so appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
See you guys.
All right. Now you got to send him the gear, Phil.
Yeah, well, he's definitely not getting the goggles now.
He didn't say fuck Seeley, so yeah. I mean, again, we were hoping that this would be a successful comeback. You'd be around the top 10, crushing it every week, and you'll get there. You'll get there. I hope.
Yeah, we race Ryder D. We'll get there. We'll race him when it's time.
That was Deegan.
Oh man, that sound drop kills me. Yeah, I know. It will come around. I just got to get a little bit more comfortable. So we're missing the sweet spot. That's all.
Just go faster, dude. It's that easy.
Cole's full of answers over here.
Yeah.
Use less brakes.
Yeah, less
and
brakes.
go faster.
Yeah. Simple. You're thinking too much. Coming from the guy that wasn't very good in outdoors.
Right. Yeah. Cole Seeley, noted outdoor warrior. John Dowd, Doug Henry, Cole Seeley.
Yeah.
I mean,
I should be on the Rushmore thing, huh?
Right.
Dude.
But he's got a 450 Supercross win, and that's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's up there with a lot of people that haven't done that.
Right.
I can't knock it. So,
when you're Seeley, when you think about winning like one 450 Supercross, Houston, right?
Yeah.
See, I did a story not that long ago in Racer X magazine. I took all the guys. I called a bunch of guys who had only won one moto in their career, just one.
Yep.
And I asked them, like, how do you feel? Like, are you happy that you won the one moto, or do you sit there and be like, fuck, I should have won more? Like Larry Brooks was like, fuck, I don't care, I should have won more, I suck. You know what I mean? Other guys are like, dude, I'm so amazed to win one moto in my life. Like Scott Burnworth was like, it's so cool. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So where are you at on that? Like,
I'm stoked to have. Yeah. My story is so different.
It is.
From it. Like I was like my first 2 years I raced Supercross, I was unpaid. Like I was just like, I'm so lucky to be here.
Right.
And it was like
you're like, I made the night show.
4 or 5 years later,
Right,
I won a Supercross. So I was like, holy, I shouldn't be here at all. Like,
right.
So I think, and then once you win though, you're like, I need another one.
Yep.
But then like I won in 15, then 16, it was like, dude, I had like Dungy, Stewart, Roxon, Tomac. Like I had so many. So it's like,
right.
I don't know, just to race against those guys was an honor. So I was like, you know, beating them would have been really cool. But
I just wonder like how if a guy like you was like, man, I gave that one away. I gave that one away.
I don't have the up and coming prodigy mindset that everyone else has.
No, that's true. No, for sure. Do you remember what?
I don't know.
Do you remember when you first saw?
Personally, for me, looking in, I think Cole's career was pretty badass.
Thank you, dude.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You get out of this sport somewhat healthy, with some money in the bank, and you rode factory bikes. You made it.
Yeah.
You made it. Like, people tell me, do you think Michael Alessi's the biggest bust of all time? I'm like, dude, Michael Alessi won millions of dollars, won nationals, won 450 nationals, won 250 nationals, like, won.
I forget what year it was, 07
He never
or
won a
08.
Supercross, but who cares?
He was like second to Stewart every single race.
Yeah, like
basically.
But I'm like, that's not a bust. Like, sure, he didn't win a title, but that dude, the guy walked away with bajillions in the bank and wins.
Yeah.
A bust to me would be like Stroop, or like Izzy, right? Like that's a guy that they
like
never,
a prodigy coming up that didn't. There was a lot from my era. I was in the Izzy Stroop PJ
Just
Larson,
getting your,
like
getting your doors blown off by those guys, right?
Yeah,
like in
I was
amateurs.
like, damn, and then like step up to Supercross. I'm like, oh,
Right.
it's different up here.
Yeah, and Phil, you were never a great. I mean, you were pretty. Honda supported you as an amateur for sure, but yeah.
Yeah. But as soon as you turn pro, there's just like there was such a disconnect. Like they didn't care, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a hard pill to swallow, but yeah. I mean, Cole was in the same era as me. You know, racing the same guys. Cole and I raced each other plenty of times at Loretta's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's always other kids that had the spotlight. But in the end, when you look at the professional career, theirs didn't go very long, you know.
No,
it's kind of short-winded.
And you look at the money and the importance of Loretta's and how it crushes some families.
Hate that race.
And you're just like, dude, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You can be an all-timer. McGrath won the C class.
I never won Loretta's.
You never won Loretta's,
Never.
right? And
either.
Phil didn't either. And it's like, I get it. I know it's the number one thing for all you people, but just step back and realize that when you turn pro, nobody will care.
Yeah.
No one will ask you, how'd you do at Loretta's?
Yeah, I never won. I think I got probably 9th. I think my last
Really?
year
Yeah,
in A.
Yeah.
And then that was 08, and
Yeah.
then I won my first Supercross in 11
Right.
on 250.
Yeah.
So it was like it doesn't always
No.
translate.
And some dude that's like a real man, you're a kid, and some dude that's like 25 years old, he's going to walk past the shit out of you, and he does not care. You know what I mean? You're taking his money. You're taking his purse money or whatever, you know?
No, it's amateur kids, your parents, they get lost in the sauce in the whole amateur scene and, put more, refinance their houses and this and that. And it's just it's crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. You know?
Aiden Kiefer didn't make Loretta's this year, and he was super bummed, right, in the B class. And it's like, I just taught him a note. I'm like, dude, it doesn't mean anything. You're fine.
No, which I get it, but it's good to be bummed, because you got his motivation, which, Cole and I have been in the same situation. But, when you look 10 years down the road, it means fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I guarantee you, Phil, you hated Seeley because he was a California kid. He probably had his gear looking good.
I remember number 22 on an RM Suzuki.
There you go.
Yeah, and I bet you his shit looked tight, like gear looked great, like Cole's, that always looked good. And you
I
were
was
probably
a fly
just
guy then, dude.
You were fly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And Phil, you were just probably like duct tape holding your pants together and whatever. I can just see
I wasn't the nicest looking kid out there, I'll tell you that.
Right. Right.
But
I remember Alan Brown was running the Triple X team for years, and Alan was telling me Honda wants me to put Phil Nicoletti on a bike. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. He's an amateur Honda rider. Like, he's like, I don't know how good he is, but Honda's really pushing to put Nicoletti on the team. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So, like, I mean, at one point, someone from Honda mentioned to Alan, let's get Phil on a ride here or something. So,
Yeah, but at that point in time, it's just like, if you're a satellite team, all you wanted to go to was factory connection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because their bikes were good, and that's all that really mattered.
Right.
But obviously things took a turn, went different directions, and Bobby Hewitt gave me a shot, and it was. I'm not saying it was the right shot, but it was the only shot I really had.
Cole, have you ever seen Phil's Cannondale Cowie KX Supercross test?
Everyone's fucking seen it.
Okay,
Steve.
thank you.
That was gnarly. I was gonna bring it up earlier, and I felt bad.
It's a bad,
It's bad,
dude. So bad. We got a call for you, Phil, here from our buddy Nash. Nash, what's up?
Gentlemen,
what's up, Nash?
All's good. Sealy, welcome. Glad to have you on. Steve, always a great show.
Thank
Phil,
you, Nash.
Listen,
hey, Nash.
We're moving upward, buddy. I was
we are
cheering for you. Moving forward. Listen, but I want to understand one thing. I think the fans want to know one thing. How dare you call Amart during the middle of a riding school with the youth of motocross? You were, according to him, blowing up his phone when he was teaching the youth today. And I think I finally got an answer. I think I got an idea that you will enjoy to maybe co-partner. First we talked about Weimert. That ship.
That didn't happen. Yeah, that didn't really happen.
That didn't happen. It was unfortunate. Perhaps you could be given like 2 or 3 cards in a riding school. So if the parent just annoys the bejesus out of you, you could just walk to that parent and be like, just pack your stuff and leave. You're not going to make it. You're a psycho. Your kid's awesome. The kid's awesome, but you're just plain nuts. So leave. You need to leave.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, I think that would work out pretty good because that would relieve your frustration as it built inside of you.
I mean, Nash, I'm going to be honest with you. You know how many parents would have told Cole's dad and my dad this, or not? How many other riding pros at that time would have told Cole's dad and my dad the same thing to pack our shit and get the fuck out of there.
Not because your dad was awesome, Phil. I saw your dad at E-Town. He was awesome, dude.
Cole's dad is awesome,
my
too.
dad says I'm a loser, which I am, but I mean...
Cole's dad is awesome. He was like the most non-rider parent. He would make fun of Cole. Like, he'd be like, Cole doesn't like the mud. Cole's going to suck today. Or, like, he was the coolest, most laid-back dude whenever I saw him. He wasn't like, oh, you wrote this about my kid, or you said that. Like, dude, he was awesome.
Mm-hmm. He's always like, hospitality truck, I'll stay there.
Yep.
Have fun.
Right, have fun. And he would make a joke about you, or say like, and I'd be like, hey,
bad race is always next weekend.
Yeah,
good race.
yeah.
He's always the first one.
Yeah, your dad was rad to deal with for sure.
Yeah.
As a
he was a moto dad when I was younger.
Was he really? Huh?
Yeah. He was gnarly.
I think they all are gnarly when you're younger, and then all of a sudden I think they have a coming to Jesus because my dad's the same way.
Yeah, my dad it was like a switch, just like moto dad to like the coolest guy in the world.
Right,
dude. Is that not fucking weird or what?
Yeah, it's good. Whatever.
Is there a common denominator that any of you, obviously two pros, Steve, you've been around the sport a while. Is there something that you can link that you've seen repetitively when the dads are normal? Because there's obviously a higher ratio of lunatics.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
What about like Cole and Phil? Like we talked about, weren't highly touted amateurs, right? So are those parents a little bit cooler because they're just like, I can't believe my kid is making money. You know, my kid is making money as a professional motocross racer. Where like Tony Alessi or Millsap's parents, right, or Big James, like they're out of their tree.
Yeah,
because their kids were winning everything.
They know they probably feel responsible. Like, I helped my kid get here.
Right.
Like we're the top and we're remaining at the top. And if they don't, they probably feel a little bit responsible.
Maybe.
I never made enough money to support anybody else, so it didn't matter. You know,
you're like, hey, Dad, here's $100 for the gas money.
Sorry. Hey, can you pay my taxes for me at the end of the year? I'm kind of screwed.
Oh my God. So, do you sense a draw to join Amart's riding? So, you know, Amart really enjoyed it. He was like, hey, I enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I liked it. I'm sensing there's some value here.
Yep, Phil?
I talked to Troll Daddy about it. I might make it up there for a school or two. He's got 3 in a row. He's got one. Actually, he had one today. I need to call him and ask him how it went. So he had 30 kids last week. Yeah, 30 kids last week, 25 this week, and I think he had 21 sign up for next week on Monday. So crushing it, making way more than he does at an AMA motocross.
He's breaking it in. Cole, he's raking it in with a giant Home Depot cash rake.
Yeah,
Phil, I think I see. Steve, you hear the heart? He's have a change of heart. Before it was.
I know because Weimer. We were trying to do a Weimer Phil school, and Phil wanted nothing to do with it. But now, down on his luck, Phil Nicoletti.
Let's do a Phil and Cole takeout school.
There we go.
That would be excellent.
You guys,
aggressive passes only.
You guys would be great because it would be East and West Coast coming together like Tupac and Biggie.
We'll meet in Texas.
Right. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Nash. Thanks for the call,
man.
All
right, go get him, guys. Enjoy the show. Cheers.
See you, Nash.
See you, Nash. Damon, you want to ask Cole Seeley a question? Damon, you there?
Oh, yeah. So. What was it like when you won your 250 championship? And also, I noticed when you asked Kevin Windham for his number, what was that like? And what was that like to carry that?
So I never won a 250 championship, but I did have to ask Kevin. Not have to. I felt it was necessary. So I was actually going to take 21 because that was the number I used the previous year. I thought somebody already claimed 14. And I was actually in vacation in Hawaii, and I got word that 14 was unaccounted for, and I was like, oh my God. And I never talked to Kevin, but I hit up Will Hahn, got his number.
Yep.
And I texted him. I was like, hey dude, I'd be honored to take 14. I know it's up for grabs this year. Don't have to give it to me, obviously.
Right.
And just really wanted the okay to take it from him.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, dude, it served me well. I hope, the best of luck to you. It was kind of a really staple moment in my career where I was like, oh shit.
And you were a little, you were peeved at Dylan?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah,
I
I
see
mean,
that. I read that
can't,
somewhere.
I can't be. It made me mad, but I can't be.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a number like
Right,
any other number.
right.
It's
Yeah.
to me, it's still Kevin Wyndham's number.
Yeah.
I think to a lot of people it is.
Right.
Yeah, to me it is too.
Yeah. So
no offense, Cole.
no, none taken.
Yeah.
So what had happened? Will obviously is team manager, Star Yamaha, and last or whatever 2019 Ironman, he texted me because he knew that I had asked Kevin.
Yeah.
And Justin Cooper wanted it. I had no idea. He's like,
Right.
hey, can you cruise by the rig? So I went over there, and I could tell like I walked in and like Justin's like super nervous. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like. I'm like, yeah, dude, of course.
Yeah,
Like, thanks for
right.
asking. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't, because I could have held on to it all year last year.
Yeah,
'Cause
okay,
I
yeah.
still have 1 year to hold on to it.
For injury exemption.
Yeah,
or
whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, like I want to ask for it, and if they call you, like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
give it up or whatever. And I was like, yeah, no worries, like, no problem.
Right.
Well, Dylan had first pick.
Yeah.
And I got the call from AMA. They didn't tell me who it was. They're like, hey, like you're not gonna race next year. Like, do you want to give up your number? I was like, yeah, no problem. Like,
Because you assumed it was Justin.
Yeah.
Right.
So then Dylan got it, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I was like, I was
That's
pissed because I
dirty.
was like, dude,
That is
I was
kinda,
mad
yeah.
for Justin, really.
Right. Right.
And I was
right.
mad because I took it from Kevin, and I felt like I had
Yes.
like
I
this-
get where you're coming from, especially the AMA should have said, hey, Dylan wants your number.
Yeah.
Do
well,
you,
yeah.
You know, and you would have went, hey, man, I already talked to Cooper, and he wants it, so I'm going to say no because I already talked to Cooper.
Yeah, I was
You know,
never in that position.
That's
I
how
was
it should have
like,
gone.
I just
And-
assumed.
And nothing against Dylan, but you
No.
were talking to Justin, so
Yeah.
you'd spoken to him. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah, that's
bummed
shitty.
me out a lot.
Yeah.
I like no
Yeah,
disrespect to Dylan.
Right.
Like he's a great rider. I'm happy to
And-
see it with a red background.
And in the end, it's really fuck Will Hahn. That's really where it comes from. That's absolutely what,
Set me up for failure.
right. That's absolutely where it comes. So, thanks, Damon. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. Yeah, it was. I remember you put it on social, or I heard something where you were. a
Yeah,
little
I was
peeved.
pissed.
Yeah.
'Cause, like I said, it was more like
Right.
Kevin gave it to me, and I felt like I was like,
Yeah.
I have to like
Right,
do
right.
the same.
But Will should have said, "Hey, Dylan." Will talks to Cooper and Dylan. He should have been like, I don't know, whatever. I was that like Will Hahn. Thank you. I was waiting for that. So
I wasn't ready earlier. Sorry.
ORW gear from off of Filthy Phil or and motorsport.com. If you buy something from offroadwarehouse.com, use code PulpMX. DM me your receipt on Instagram, and I will pick a random guy, and you'll get Phil's gear. So please check that out. Also, thanks to the folks at Motorsport, OEM, and Aftermarket Parts. And Phil's already been paid in full from Motorsport, so he has to come on after every round this year. Phil, I don't want to bring up Marchbanks again, but he crushed it again.
No, you can bring him up. Hey, he's crushing it. Why not bring him
Well,
up?
I don't want to turn this into like you blowing Garrett weekly, but dude,
No.
he got fourth. He rode great. Another great race. And it's funny because he's gone home to the hospital from High Point the last 2 times he raced there, and this year
Yep.
he got a career best finish.
Yeah, I drove with him up to High Point and back and up there. He's like, man, I haven't done good here in the past, and I've always had injuries. And this. I said, dude, what the fuck are you even thinking about that for? I said,
That's
who
hard
cares?
though. That's hard because I
Yeah,
remember like going back to races that I had a crash in. It's like for whatever reason
does
the
get it-
environment.
it
you're
does
there,
get at
it's
you.
like
Yep.
yeah,
Does the stadium get that way?
yeah.
Even
That's
though the
because
track's
I
totally
had a
different?
bad injury in Salt Lake.
Okay.
Like my liver and
That's
kidney.
right. Yep.
Whatever, and got lacerated. And going back there was like, I just want to get through tonight. Like I don't care.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever. Like
So really, so it doesn't even mean I could see a High Point track because that's the same obstacles.
yeah.
But for you, it was even a stadium,
Yeah,
just a
just stadium.
place. Right. But, dude, Marchbanks crushed it. Good job. 10-4 on the
Yeah.
day, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think he should have been 6-4 on the day, but he crashed with like 3 to go in this first moto. But yeah, man, Garrett's fast and he's getting back to his old ways, and it's awesome to see. So yeah, I train with him day in and day out. You know, the little prick puts in his time, and you know, he's grown up a winner. You know what I mean? So like
Right.
he's kind of like AC, like he's always won, so that's all he's accustomed to.
Yep.
But now he's coming up to tracks that I think he'll really excel. Redbud, Millville,
Wow.
Southlake, and I think it'll be game on.
He's
so.
190 pounds, somebody told me.
Yeah, he's he is not small,
And
That's-
he's on
that's
a
for sure.
250, and like, yeah. So I did a podcast with Twisted,
Mm-hmm.
with Jamie, sorry.
Jamie, yeah.
I did a podcast with Jamie from Twisted. It'll be out this week, and I specifically called him because I'm like, I got to talk to you about your motors. Like, I just
Yep.
this is impressive. So
Yep.
look for it this
Yep.
week, on Racer X.
They did my
Yeah.
my current bike.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think, they're still a little bit off of, the factory bike because there's some stuff that's not available to club. But Garrett is really making use of his opportunity. And, his foundation is really good. And he's just back to his old self from what I remember him as a kid.
Right.
They just don't accept to lose. So, he put in a good charge. And, High Point was not his best track, but fuck, he did good.
So really, I wasn't there. So he was sixth, huh? He was sixth coming in.
Yeah. He was 6-7, and then he crashed for like 3 to go or something. So which I didn't even know about.
Wouldn't have changed his overall, but still, that would have been great.
No.
And then Dominique Thury made his season debut.
Yeah. He scored points in both motos.
Does he? How's his English?
He speaks awesome English.
Okay,
so,
I was wondering. I didn't know because he's from Germany, and I was just wondering if he sits there and listens to you drop the F-bomb every single.
But I think the F-bomb's pretty. I don't know, universal.
Well, but I'm wondering if the German kid is like, I don't. This man scares me. This man is freaking out. This man.
No, I might have yelled at him a few times because he's got this little fucking dog that runs around, but.
He brings his dog everywhere. Somebody told me
every fucking where.
Like in the restaurant.
Maybe not in the restaurant, but on every race, anybody's vehicle, anybody's house, anybody's boat. I told him we were out on the boat last weekend or on the off weekend, and like his dog's out there, and he jumps up onto the boat, and it's shaking itself all off, and I'm like, fucking whatever. And the next thing I know, I see it like, drying itself on everybody's towels on the chairs, on the boat.
Yeah.
And I told Nick, I was like, hey, I see your dog drying itself on my towel. I said, I'm going to take it by its tail and whip it like it's a lasso into the lake, dude. I said, get that thing away from my shit. So, he kind of thought I was joking but serious, but I was 100% serious. I was going to take it by its tail and completely whip it.
Oh, dude. Oh.
I'm not a dog lover like you, Steve. Like, what's mine is a dog's is mine. No, that's not happening.
That's how we work in this house. That's how we roll in this house. I spent $300, Philip, years ago on a custom-made ramp to allow the dog to get into the bed.
Where's that ramp at? Where's that ramp at?
It's in our bedroom.
Oh my God!
I told Weege that he about had a heart attack. $300. He couldn't believe it. So.
Man. I don't know. Sealy seems like that type of guy too, but
he is. He told me his dog only gets the spring water to drink. So
why not?
All right, Philip. Well, thank you for coming in. 14th. We're moving forward. We're making progress.
Yeah. Slowly but surely.
Let's turn that frown upside down and go into Redbud. We like Redbud, right?
Yeah, Redbud was good last time we were there, so we'll see.
All right.
Redbud's the best.
Redbud is good. Millville's the best track.
Yeah.
Millville's the best track.
No, it's not. Yeah. Redbud's the best track.
We'll argue about this after commercial.
Yeah.
Thanks, Philip. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. #fuck Sealy. See you, Cole.
All right, see you later.
Yeah, bye.
That's Phil Nicoletti, everybody. ORWmotorsport.com. Fantastic. I thought he'd be happier. I guess I don't know Phil that well.
Oh, yeah, that did not go according to plan.
No. All right, everybody.